It's definitely going to be an interesting year when it comes to the automotive market, and I believe that 2025 is going to be even more interesting. And it also seems to me like nowadays Ford is the only one grabbing the reins and leading the automotive industry with its V8. Obviously, we saw that Chevy brought out the Corvette Zero One, which is an insane vehicle, but this time around, Ford teases dealers with a four-door and off-road Mustang. This is something that has been, rumoring around town for quite some time, that Ford was going to bring a Ford Mustang out. There are some renders and there are some pictures, and we're going to look at them now in a minute. Now, you remember when the Mustang Mach-E was kind of just even a rumor, and there was definitely some renders, and everyone thought about like, oh, an electric Mustang that looks like an SUV kind of deal, crossover. Well, that eventually happened, and the Mustang Mach-E is here, and I believe it's here to stay because I believe it's doing pretty good with sales. I haven't checked in too much on it. I could be wrong, but I believe it's doing pretty good with sales. I tend to see them a lot. Well, the render has come up that Ford is working on a four-door Mustang and an off-road Mustang. It's going to be called the Mach Ford. And we have the article here where Ford confirms and kind of hints of a possibility of doing it. So Ford plans a lineup of new Mustang. Ford is also saying that the family for the Mustang is going to grow, and there's obviously room to grow, absolutely, but there's going to be some things that I'm going to tell you here that's going to be kind of like mind blowing. So Ford plans a lineup for the new Mustang, including a four-door called the Mach 4, and also the company is eyeing a rally variant with an all-wheel drive and rugged tires, an RTR tuned EcoBoost, and possibly, listen to this, a dark horse convertible might also be in the work, which that is to be very fine and very cool to see. A convertible dark horse V8 manual. Now, to some people, convertibles are a love and hate relationship. Some people love it, some people hate it. I think convertibles, to me, are a deal breaker, but I think it's necessary to have them in the automotive industry because some people do love it. Ford also hinted the possibility of the four-door Mustang back in like 2022. Those were kind of still the rumors. But when they quietly released this sketch right here that I'm showing you, and it's actually the bottom left one, this is what we could get. We could definitely see that is the back part of a Mustang. The front end fascia would kind of be revived. Obviously, those are not the wheels that it's going to get. And we do see what is to be a four-door part here, where we can see them, the back door being the smallest. For you fans of Ford Mustang, I obviously want you guys to leave me in the comments and let me know what you guys think. It appears as an assortment of special versions as we see it here in the horizon. And Ford said that included with the Mustang could be the EcoBoost modified by RTR, costing around $40,000. So you might be able to see a future EcoBoost Mustang, which we all know that is the turbo engine, worked on by RTR, or modified by RTR. Dealers were also reportedly shown a high-performance convertible with a V8 engine and a manual transmission. That would be the Dark Horse. Sounds like the Dark Horse convertible, of course, which would be notable as a model in the current coupe. That one would actually be even easier to come out because the Dark Horse is already here. Now, we don't know anything yet about the GT350 and the GT500, but that's definitely going to come around. If Ford makes a convertible Mustang, we're definitely going to get a convertible GT500 or GT350. I can guarantee you that would be in the work. But it's actually pretty good news that Ford wants to make the Mustang family a bit bigger. Most recently, Ford CEO Jim Farley said that a four-door coupe could be credible as long as it lives up to the performance and the attitude of the original. Absolutely, I also think so. Remember, I made a video before talking about Chevy, how they might bring out this Camaro that was going to be a four-door Camaro, but it was going to be an EV costing anywhere around $30,000 to $35,000. And they even hinted that it would be taking the Camaro back to its original roots, which that to me is a complete bull, because the original roots of the Camaro is not four-door and it's definitely not EV. Now, if you want to make a Camaro back again and you want to make it affordable and you want to make it a four-door and EV, that's a whole different story. But don't tell the people that it's bringing it back to the original roots, because that is definitely not the case. So, citing 4 people who attended a dealer meeting in Las Vegas, the publication says executives were shown a rendering of a four-door coupe, which could be called the Mustang Ford, the Mach 4, sorry, not the Mustang Ford. Yet, up to now, little is known about it, but it appears to mimic the Mach-E, where the E stands for electric, now replacing it with a four-door. I just hope that that Ford decides not to bring a four-door electric Mustang, even though I think could be a cool render or it could be a cool concept. I think that people in the Mustang community would probably give it a thumbs down on that vehicle. But then again, the idea of having a four-door Mustang, remember, Porsche did it, Lamborghini did it, and they struck gold with their rally-inspired models, including the 911 Dakar, which was pretty good, and the Hurricane Estourado, who have been pretty much hits. We also have the other Lamborghini, which is the SUV, the Urus SUV, which that also has been a hit. So I don't think it's a bad deal. But as for now, these are the news coming out that are hinting, and they're kind of rumoring around the neighborhood that a four-door Mustang could definitely be in the future. And a convertible V8 manual is also coming in the family. If you guys are liking the content, remember to tune in and subscribe. Your boy is out of here.